Welcome my way once again. Um, this is EAA channel, the Forex channel dedicated to showing what I have tested in Forex and how it works for me. So in my last video I show how I won trade on USDJPY using old lows and then checking inversion fair value gap on the weekly, the daily, the 4 hours chart, and then using it to trade. So today I'm going to show us how that inversion fair value gap is very important and is very useful in trading, especially if you know how to use it. ICT said when price has hit a key area that should reverse a price there, then price now invalidates a fair value gap. That fair value gap that has been invalidated would serve as either a support higher, as in this case we are going to see it serve as support higher, or is going to serve as a resistance lower. So this is the last time I posted a video and in fact shows how that price entered into this fair value gap. Price entered into this old low and then reject higher. I showed us an inversion fair value gap around there. But when price moved from this old low, there was this fair value gap here that has now become an inversion fair value gap, which I was expecting to return price lower. Supposing price action showed some kind of price signature around there, I should have been able to sell the market, but price did not show those signature. So we could see that price invalidated this fair value gap. So according to ICT, when a fair value gap has been invalidated like this, it will serve as support for price higher. Can you see that? So in fact, price invalidated this fair value gap and then came back. Then this whole move in the month of December that is catapulted higher it retraced into this invalidated fair value gap before traveling higher. So this one of the ideas I could give you rest on how to know buyers, especially when you see stop ons, you now see, in fact, this is a monthly fair value gap. You now see a monthly fair value gap invalidated by this kind of price action. So you should be expecting that price would, in fact, retrace into that inversion fair value gap and then travel higher. This is how I use inversion fair value gaps after it has been invalidated by price to buy in the case of this market that we are seeing. So we'll go to lower time frame to check on specific things that would have helped us to trade this better. And this is a long-term trade. It's a long-term trade that you could take for like a swing trade. You can just buy it and then hold it for a long time. Now let's go to lower time frame like the weekly to see what would have helped us take this trade better. Supposing we would have traded this. Now on the weekly time frame, this is the inversion fair value gap. This was the stop point. Now price invalidated the monthly fair value gap, so price retraced into it. So we want to check this area. What are those things that are there? What are those things that could help us? This is the inversion fair value gap on the monthly time frame. So we in fact saw that price went up, invalidated it, then trade down into it before moving higher. So let's see on the daily time frame. Now what can we see on the daily time frame? It's a very simple stuff here. Inside the inversion fair value gap, there is this relatively equal lows that are inside. So ICT have said that when you see lows that are equal, like smooth edges, that be mindful of it. You want to mark it out. When price get there, they are going to change direction of price. So price in fact came into it just as we have seen here, and then you can see that price in fact entered into it, and then we'll see that after then price began to what? Shoot higher. Look at how much price has gone. So price in fact, this was the 3rd of November. The 3rd of December, price entered into it and then begin to what? Change direction. So let's go to 4 hours. If we're going to frame this setup, how it should have, this was on Monday and this was last week. So this was Monday, this like Tuesday low of the week. If this was going to be a weekly range for us, this was Tuesday low of the week. So the low of the week was created at this area of relatively equal low. These are areas of good liquidity. So price entered there, took out liquidity, and then what? Start to travel higher. So going to the 4 hours time frame, what can we glean from the 4 hours that could have helped us to take this trade in a better way? Now, this was price at the old low on the daily time frame. Now we can see in fact that this price has been on a downtrend. It has been forming higher, lower high, lower lows. It's just falling until it got into the fair value gap around that equal low. What do we see here? This was lower high, price created lower low, lower high, created the lower low, making it the last low created that day, and then broke the last lower high here. So having done this, with price movement being like this, breaking this last what will I call it, lower high, we can see another thing again here is the invalidation of this fair value gap. Can we see it? The invalidation of this what? Fair value gap. And we can see that after price had invalidated the fair value gap, you can see that price retraced into it before what? Moving higher. So remember how we started? We started from monthly time frame. We started from the inversion fair value gap, how that price was supposed to use the inversion fair value gap to move higher. And this was the exact point, the exact day, it was on a Tuesday, price broke market structure. So on the 6th, this was on Tuesday, so moving, the day price really entered into the fair value gap was on Thursday. Price didn't go till the next, on the Friday. So on the Friday, price began to what? Move higher. Price really retraced into the inversion fair value gap. This is how I use it. So we'll go to lower time frame to see check if there are things that would have helped us, because most people may not be able to take trade on the 4 hours. But for me, seeing this price signature like this, I would have set my position probably around the midpoint of this inversion fair value gap, or at the starting at the high of the inversion fair value gap. So my stop loss would have been here, but not everybody would be able to take that kind of risk. But I won't have risk much here. My lot size will be around 0.1, 0.2 based on my account size. So on the 1 hour time frame, is there anything that could help us do this better? Let's check. Now, what can we see here? we can of course see a 1 hour. We can of course see a 1 hour fair value gap here that was invalidated by price higher. So this area was a 1 hour inversion fair value gap. So price of course traded into it. You can see very massive down count doing as though it was going to invalidate everything here. But we saw that price in fact, after it hit that 1 hour inversion fair value gap, price begin to what? To move higher. So these are the things you want to be taking note of in price action. Very, very important. If you train your eyes to see these things, it will be very easy for you to trade profitably. So you saw that I started from higher time frame. So this kind of trade setup might take you time to be able to figure it out, to be able to be seeing it. But once you have trained your eye, you can easily set expectation and then anticipate that when price have done some certain things that I have shown here. On the 4 hour time frame, I show break of market structure and I show the invalidation of a fair value gap. Once that is done, that's your trade. You can set your position and you are good to go. So I'll stop here on the 1 hour time frame. You can go on to check 15 minutes time frame to check maybe a break of market structure there and all other things like that. So I combine weekly profile, I combine inversion fair value gap, old lows to make my analysis and frame them up. So, and I start it from higher time frame. Very, very important. I'm sure you've gotten so much value from here. So I would love you to like this video, to share it, and to subscribe. Very, very important to grow up this channel. I'm bringing a lot of value to you. I'm bringing a lot of markets to us. And I want us to subscribe so that as I'm uploading my videos, you are going to be seeing it. Do have a lovely time. Bye for now.